Hello, fellow bookworms! This week's read is Only a Monster by Vanessa Len. Don't forget the rule. No one can know what you are, what we are. You must never tell anyone about monsters. Joan has just learned the truth. Her family are monsters with terrifying hidden powers. And the cute boy at work isn't just a boy. He's a legendary monster slayer who will do anything to destroy her family. To save herself and her family, Joan will have to do what she fears most, embrace her own monstrousness, because in this story, she is not the hero. I would rate this book a 3 out of 5. Only a Monster by Vanessa Len is a fresh and emotionally layered take on the classic hero versus villain narrative. At first, I found the concept of monsters stealing time from humans to be a bit confusing. But once I got the hang of it, it added a fascinating moral dilemma to an already twist-filled plot. The way time travel is tied to sacrifice and survival felt unique and raised interesting questions about the cost of power. Joan's journey as a protagonist is one of the most strongest parts of the book. She starts off thinking she's just a normal teenager, only to be thrust into a world where she's not just part of a secret monster family, she is the monster, according to everyone else. Watching her struggle with this identity, especially when her powers come at such a personal cost, made her story feel deeply human and relatable. I especially loved how the book subverted expectations about who the real villain is. The twist that the so-called hero might not actually be the good guy, and that these so-called monsters have hearts, families, and real pain was powerful. The idea that not every villain is born a villain really resonated, and it added a lot of emotional weight to Joan's internal conflict. The world building is immersive, from the ancient rival monster families to the London settings that feel both grounded and fantastical. There's also an intriguing thread of romance, though it never overwhelms the plot. Instead, it adds emotional stakes, especially when Joan has to make hard choices about who to trust and what kind of future she's fighting for. The only drawback for me was the ending. It felt a bit chaotic and overloaded with so many twists and reveals packed into a short span that I struggled to stay emotionally grounded. Still, the final choices Joan makes were meaningful, and I'm curious to see where the story goes in future installments. Overall, Only a Monster is a thought-provoking, morally gray and twisty young adult fantasy that flips the traditional narrative on its head. If you're looking for a story with time travel, family secrets, impossible choices, and a heroine torn between two worlds, this one is worth picking up. Make sure to like and share this video, subscribe to Weekly Reads, and let us know in the comments about any book recommendations and your thoughts on this read. That's it for this week's read, and see you next week, bookworms.